Department response the night of September 11th, 2012, but you also stated that you left your office on the night of the attacks and went to your home in Northwest Washington because you said you knew the next few days were going to be taxing and the department was going to be looking to you. I want to talk about a few things. Do you have a skiff in your home?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and who else was at your home? Were you alone?
I was alone, yes.
The whole night?
Well, yes, the whole night.
Well, I don't know why that's funny. I mean, did you have any in-person briefings? I don't find it funny at all.
I'm sorry, a little note of levity at 7:15.
Well, I mean, the reason I say it's not funny is because it went well into the night when our folks on the ground were still in danger. So I don't think it's funny to ask you if you were alone the whole night.
Congresswoman, you asked if I had a skiff. I had secure phones. I had other equipment that kept me in touch with the State Department at all times. I did not sleep all night. I was very much focused on what we were doing.
Okay, who was at your office when you left? Was Cheryl Mills, your chief of staff, still at the office when you left?
I don't remember. I know that a lot of my staff were
I'm going to go through and name them. We'll see if you remember. Jake Sullivan was still there?
Well, yes, they were all there when I left. They were all there.
Okay, Victoria Newland was there when you left?
When I left, everyone was there.
Philippe Ranes was there?
I can give you a blanket answer. When I left.
Well, no, I'm going to ask specifics. Was Patrick Kennedy there?
I'm sure he was.
Was Philip Ranes there?
I don't know. I don't know whether.
What about Stephen Mall?
I'm sure that the core team at the State Department was still there.
Beth Jones?
I'm sure she was.
And Bill Burns and Thomas Nides?
I have no specific recollection of any of the names you've given me because when I left, I knew I would stay in touch, and I do not know how long anybody else stayed at the State Department.
What time did you learn that Sean Smith had died?
That was earlier in the evening.
So that was before you left?
Yes.
Okay, and then what about Ambassador Stevens? Was that before?
It was before I left.
Okay, and then what about his confirmation of his death, before or after you left?
We knew that, yes.
Okay, and what about the recovery of his body? Was that before or after you left?
We got word that we had a sighting of
confirmation.
Well, I'm trying to tell you what we knew and how we found out because it something that we were trying to determine, and we had mixed signals about what we learned. And it was our understanding, and certainly by the time I left, that he was most likely not alive. But I'm not sure exactly when we were able to confirm that because it depended upon getting firsthand information from a Libyan contact.
Okay. Where were you when you learned of the second attack? Were you at home or at the office?
I was at home.
And did you go back to the State Department when you learned about the second attack, or did you stay home?
I stayed home. I went to the State Department early in the morning. The CIA annex attack, as I recall, was late in the evening, early the next morning, by our time, around 5 a.m. or so in Benghazi.
Did you meet with the president that night?